What if I told you that if you are still using the old templates, there is a big risk of getting low scores in the PTE exam? If you are thinking why these old templates won't work anymore, the answer to this particular question is that the PTE AI was recently updated and you must upgrade yourself if you need a guarantee of getting top scores. So which templates do you use going forward? In this video, I am going to show you all of them, and I have personally tested them in the official PTE mock test given in January. You can see the scorecard and it's definitely working. And also my students are getting 79 plus scores using the same templates. One such example is Vrutha, who recently got an overall 90 in her PTE exam. Her scorecard as well you can see here. Hello and welcome to Edutrainex. I am Anurag here, and in this video is very special because we are covering 5 tasks of the PTE exam for which if you don't follow the templates, attempting them becomes a little bit challenging. So let's get on with it straight away. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe with the bell icon, and for paid coaching, WhatsApp us anytime on the number shown below. Alright, the 5 questions for which templates can get you a full score are describe image and retell lecture from speaking section, both writing questions, summarize written text and write essay, and summarize spoken text from the listening section. So firstly, I am going to show you the templates that work. Then I am also going to show you templates that don't work anymore, and you need to be careful in avoiding them. Additionally, I will also discuss the new rules the PTE AI is now using. Don't forget that all relevant links are provided in the description. Before we begin that, it's important to know how much these questions contribute to your total score. Let's have a look. Describe image around 10 points. Retell lecture again around 10 points. Write essay 15 points per essay. If you get 2 in the exam and you attempt both nicely, you can get around 25 to 30 marks. Summarize written text 8 points, and summarize spoken text 10 points again. Let's start with the describe image. If you don't know this already, fluency is the king here. Content is not the priority. If you say anything relevant fluently, you will absolutely get a full points for this question, because an image can speak 1,000 words, which is why it is impossible for the AI to judge your content and decide which response is better than the other. You are free to use any template, but if you want to get the full score for describe image responses, then use the templates that allow you to speak more phrases in it. Just a little bit of phrases and that's it. Although content is not high priority here, but AI will still look for the fluency here. And if your template is just using one word keyword, then you won't be speaking fluently, as you will not have enough things to speak about. These templates are called as one-liner templates, and you need to stay away from them if you really aim for a 79 plus score in the exam, as these templates don't work anymore. If you still want to use it, you will not cross 79 for sure. This is a sample image and this is a sample response. Mostly the charts and the graphs will have a title. Just put that in the introduction. If it doesn't have a title, just say something from your own understanding. The given image represents African GDP growth rates. A deep analysis of the picture reveals a lot of detail. The image displays various things such as Ethiopia, Benin and 12.4%. Similarly, Rwanda, Botswana and 7% can be observed in the image. However, the illustration also highlights South Africa, Nigeria and 2.8%. In conclusion, the image provides useful information. So you see, I finished in around 30 seconds and I will get a full score with this response. Whereas if you just use the one-liner template, which is like just repeating, I can see this, I can see that, I can see this, I can see that, and so on. Please avoid if you want to get a full score in the describe image task. Next is Retell Lecture. Again, fluency is the most important thing here, but mind it, this task also contributes to your listening scores. So content wise, it's a little bit important as well, not like describe image. I have been yelling and teaching my template to my students way before the AI was updated. Always ask them to use a template that allows you to speak some phrases in it, at least in the introduction, conclusion, and one sentence in the body. Some people choose to say phrases in every sentence. That is also fine, but be careful in completing the response in 40 seconds. It can get a little bit tight. So if you use my way, you can comfortably finish in 35 seconds. You will get the maximum points for fluency if you speak this way. Mark my words. Again, the one-word templates or the one-liner templates are a big no-no. If you want to cross 79 plus, avoid them at all costs. The template that we use has ample number of phrases to get you a full score, but you can choose any templates. Just make sure you are adding decent amount of phrases in it. The central idea in the intro is also a phrase. Just say any phrase here. Don't think too much about saying the correct thing. How you say is more important than what you say. Why this is important is because if you speak less words and when the AI is not able to understand some of those words because you spoke fast or not clearly, then you lose points for content. Whereas in phrases, you are using more keywords. And even if you make a couple of mistakes here and there, you still have the advantage. Avoid the one-liner templates, which would be like, he said this, he said that, he said this, again he said that, and blah 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 blah. As per new PTE AI rules, it now looks for more originality in your responses rather than just saying keywords. Keep this in mind. The next one is summarize spoken text, which is a slight variation of Retell Lecture, but in the end, you need to write your responses similarly. Spelling and grammar are really important, apart from content and length of the response. We are using the same template as we use for the Retell Lecture. No issues in there. Just make sure you write more than 50 words and less than 70 words. Since this is a writing task, you get a full 10 minutes to solve it. Please write at least 3 phrases in the introduction, body and conclusion. I would say if you can write error-free English, then go for more phrases if you can. As long as you write more than 50 words and no spelling and no grammar errors in it, you will get a full score. Once again, avoid the one-liner templates. Moving on to the writing tasks. Essays first. 7 different scoring parameters in it that PTE checks. If you write your own essay, you may miss some elements which are actually expected from you in the exam. So it's better to use templates. 3 marks out of 15 for content. So relevant content is important for essays. Spelling also matters a lot, as it indirectly affects your content. Because if the AI doesn't understand any wrongly spelled words, you will lose points for content again. Grammar, very important. If you make a lot of spelling and grammar errors, your essay is gone. No template will work if you make these kind of mistakes. So always practice on Notepad or WordPad, not Microsoft Word, so that you don't rely on the auto correction facility. Check your spelling and grammar before that. Don't blame the templates in these cases. It works 100%. The remaining criteria, the template will fulfill for you. You don't need to worry. Simple, compound, complex sentences, examples, opinion, conclusions, and so on, all packaged together. But which template shall you use? Use a template that allows you to write around 60 to 70 words on your own. Never ever use the one-liner templates. Otherwise, you will never reach 79 plus score. Now I am showing you a template that we actually use and always use. Vruta also used this in her exam and got full marks in essay. I showed you her scorecard in the beginning. You can see it here as well. She got 85 in writing as she made some mistakes in right from dictation. She wrote 70 words of her own. That's around 4 to 5 sentences long. Writing that much is sufficient as originality matters. You can use ours or any other templates. Just use something that allows you to write more, as the new PTE rules need more original content. See an example of the one-liner templates. You should avoid them if you're aiming for 79 plus score. Some templates are even worse. Just one word, you put in the topic and the rest, everything is written for you. Please don't rely on these templates. Moving on to the last task for which you can actually use templates is summarize written text. Some people just copy sentences from the passage and add conjunction in between. That also works to some extent, okay? But we are discussing templates in this video, so I am going to focus on them. Out of 3 successful ways to get full marks in summarize written text, one of them is templates. It guarantees full marks, but you still need to be careful about the grammar. Spelling is not marked in this question, but can indirectly affect your content score if the AI can't understand the wrongly spelled words. Ruta, who just got a 90 score in the PTE, used a template in summarize written text. Just to let you know, this is the template that she used. Just add random 8 to 9 keywords from the passage and your response is complete. As simple as that. Hardly took her 5 minutes to complete this question. Checked her grammar and spelling in the end. Self-review is very important. You should also be doing that. While the recent PTE changes may seem daunting at first, but with the right templates and the correct approach, things will be easier for you. I hope these learnings will open your eyes about the new PTE rules. Show us your appreciation by liking, subscribing and leaving a comment about your progress. And WhatsApp us anytime for paid PTE coaching. Also share it with others because that's the way you crack the PTE exam. Goodbye and see you in the next one. But before we leave, I would like to recommend you some other videos for the writing topics.